Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This presentation is brought to you by Matiullah Khatak. Our topic is The Merchant of Venice, a play which is written by William Shakespeare. I hope you have got well familiar with these objectives to achieve, so be alive to them while listening to the video lecture. In our last lecture, towards the end, we learned that Portia asked Bassanio for the ring he was wearing. But Bassanio could not take the courage, at first, to part himself with the ring. As he had told the young counselor Balthasar that it was a gift from my wife, and I have promised her that I won't part with it till the end of my life. The young counselor reminded his excuse and went away, showing that he has been disrespected and treated like a beggar. Let us see what happens when An- Antonio seeing this asked Bassanio to give the young counselor the ring. So let us see what happens, what goes on next. Dear Bassanio, said Antonio, let him have the ring. Let my love and the great service he has done for me be valued against your wife's displeasure. Bassanio, ashamed to appear so ungrateful, yielded and sent Gratiano after Portia with the ring. And then the clerk Neressa, who had also given Gratiano a ring, she begged his ring. And Gratiano, not choosing to be outdone in generosity by his lord, outdone means excel, so gave it to her. So Gratiano gave his ring to the clerk named Nerissa, and there was laughing among these ladies to think when they got home how they would tax their husbands with giving away their rings and swear that they had given them as a present to some woman. Portia, when she returned, was in that happy temper of mind which never fails to attend the consciousness of having performed a good action. Her cheerful spirit enjoyed everything she saw. The moon never seemed to shine so bright before, and when that pleasant moon was hid behind a cloud, then a light which she saw from her house at Belmont as well pleased her, charmed fancy. And she said to Nerissa, that light we see is burning in my hall. How far the light little candle throws its beams, so shines a good deed in a naughty world. And hearing the sound of music from her house, she said, methinks that music sounds sweeter than by day. Now let us see the important points and the words which you think are difficult. So Antonio, seeing this, what was happening between Bassanio and Balthasar, young counselor, he asked Bassanio to give the young counselor the ring. His service that he has done to us lately of saving my life should be given more value than the unhappiness of your wife. So you should not worry about the unhappy state of your wife, what you should worry at the moment is that we should be thankful to this young counselor. So she should not come in the way at this moment. Don't worry about her. You should not give more value to her, being upset or annoyed if you gave the ring to this young counselor. So Bassanio felt ashamed at once and he agreed, he accepted what was asked by Antonio, and Grisano went after Portia with the ring and he gave him the ring. And now you can see that the clerk Neresa, who had also given when she was married to Grisano a ring to Grisano, she requested Grisano to give that ring to her. She begged his ring, and Grisano at once, because Grisano was in the habit to outdo his lord. Who was his lord? Bassanio was his lord. He was always trying to excel. Outdo means to excel, to go ahead in doing something. So he wanted to outdo his lord, so he also gave it to her. And now there was a great laughing among these two ladies. They started laughing when they departed from this Senate house to think when they were, because they were thinking about the moment when they got home and they started waiting for them to come back to Belmont, and they started thinking that we would tease them, we would accuse them, we would blame them that their husbands, it means Bassanio and Greciano, they had given away those rings to some woman, some other lady whom they loved. So they started thinking like this, that we would blame them, we would tease them, by telling them and how they would swear that they had given them as a present to some woman. This is what Portia is telling. Neresa is telling Portia that we would swear that you have given those rings to some woman as a gift, as a present. In the next paragraph, you can see that Portia is now extremely happy. Portia, when she returned, was in that happy temper of mind. She was very much happy. She was cheerful. Why was she cheerful? Because she had done a good deed. And whenever someone does a good deed, he feels happy. His consciousness, his senses, his feelings are fresh, and he feels very light, and he feels very delighted, very cheerful, because she had performed a very good action. And this kind of feeling never fails to attend the senses or feelings of a person who does something good. So, this cheerfulness, this cheerful spirit could be realized because she looked at, she was feeling very happy whenever she looked at anything. This is a universal law. When you are happy from the inside, when the inner world of yours is peaceful, happy, you feel joyful, then everything outside seems to you to be very beautiful, to be very charming. So her cheerful spirit enjoyed everything she saw. So now, whatever she looked at, that thing looked to her very joyful, full of delight. The moon. Now, when she looked at the moon, she started looking at the moon. The moon seemed to shine so bright before. It never had shined so bright before as it was looking to her today. And when That pleasant moon was hid behind a cloud. For some time she kept looking at the moon, but suddenly the moon hid, uh, hid behind a cloud. Then she started looking at it a light, you can say. Then a light which she saw from her house at Belmont. Then she looked at some light, luminous light coming out of her house at Belmont. That light also pleased her. Charmed fancy. Charmed fancy means her delightful imagination, her happy imagination. So even the light which was coming out from her house at Belmont, that also pleased her charmed fancy, her happy imagination, her happy thoughts. And at this moment, she said to Neresa, "That light we see is burning in my hall. That light you can see is burning in my hall, is lightning in my hall. How far the little candle throws its beams." And she told Neresa that it is that candle that is burning in my hall, it is throwing, it is scattering uh, its rays far away, its beams, it rays far away in the hall and makes the whole hall brightened. This is what she makes, she brings two things into similarity. That what you see in the hall is a little light, a little candle, but it is throwing its beams, its rays far away in the hall, and the whole hall is made brightened or lightened. The same is true about a good action if you perform it, if you do it in this unkind world, naughty world, in this unkind, wicked, rude world. So, this little candle is making the hall bright. The same is true about a good action, a good deed, if you perform it in this unkind world and this wicked world, wicked or rude world. So, two things have been brought into comparison. The little candle making the whole light, and a good action making this a good action which shines like a little candle in this dark world, in this cruel world, in this wicked world, you can say. And then hearing the sound of music from her house, at the same moment she heard some the sound of music coming from her house, and she said to Neresa that I think this music sounds sweeter than by day as compared to day. Its sweetness has increased by night. During daytime, its sweetness was not that much as it is now. So this is her cheerful mood, cheerful spirit, because of her charmed fancy, delightful thoughts, that she is feeling happy. So, in simple words, you can say all these are her happy state of mind, because she has performed a very good action. And now Portia and Neresa enter the house. They have come back to their house. They entered their house and dressing themselves in their own apparel, in their own dress. Apparel means, you can see the meaning, their own dress. They waited the arrival of their husband. Now they were waiting for their husbands to come, who soon followed them with Antonio, and they came back with Antonio and Bassanio presenting his dear friend to the Lady Portia. So Bassanio presented his friend to Lady Portia, and the congratulation and welcomings of that lady were hardly over. So they congratulated, and welcomings expressions uh, were used by that lady. When it was hardly over, they heard, perceived Neresa and her husband quarreling in a corner of the room. So they heard some noise, quarrel in a corner of the room. What was the quarrel about? It was a quarrel between Neresa and Cristiano, and they were quarreling over what? Because Cristiano had given that ring to someone, and Neresa was asking for that ring. Actually, now they are texting, they are teasing, they are accusing their husbands because uh, it the ladies, the liar, the counselor, and the clerk actually, they were Portia and Neresa. So Pearl already, when Portia went there, she asked them, a quarrel already, and now you. So it is just the start of your marriage. And you have started quarreling with each other. That's why she asked them, a quarrel already. You have just. It means if you explain it, you have just got married to each other and you have started quarreling. Said Portia, what is the matter? What is the problem? Grishano replied, Lady, it is about paltry ring that Naresa gave me. It is this quarrel is about a valueless, unimportant. Paltry means valueless, unimportant ring that she gave me, with words upon like it like the poetry on a cutler's knife. And there were some words written upon it, like you see on some cutler's knife. Cutlers mean one who sells knives, spoons, or forks. Such a person is called cutler. And all these things, knives, spoons, forks, they are called cutlery. So he is devaluing the value of the ring by saying with words upon it like the poetry on a cutler's knife. So it was a ring, and there was some poetry like the poetry you see on a knife written, a knife which is sold by a cutler. And what was the poetry? Love me, and leave me not. You should love me, and you should not leave me. So Neresa to this replied, what does the poetry or the value of the ring signify? So what is meant? Signify means meant. What is meant by the poetry or the value of the ring? Said Neresa. You swore to me, you swore to me when I gave it to you that you would keep it till the hour of her death. And now you say you gave it to the liar's clerk. I know you gave it to a woman. By this hand, by this hand means he swears once again. This is symbolic. By this hand, I swear, replied Cristiano. I gave it to a youth, a kind of boy, a kind of boy, as you can see. He seemed to be a boy, a little scrubbed boy, and a dwarf. Dwarf means a small boy, um, who has a small stature, जिसका कद जो होता है छोटा होता है. So a little scrubbed boy, no higher than yourself. And he pointed toward Neresa, that he was no higher than yourself. He was a clerk to the young counselor, that by his wise pleading means by his wise argument, he saved the life of our Antonio. This prating boy, prating means you can see speaking like a parrot, parroting, this speaking very quickly. This prating boy begged it for a fee. He uh, requested me to give this ring for a fee. If you want to pay the fee, and you should give it to this ring to me. And I could not for my life deny him. So I could not deny, I could not reject, I could not turn down the request she had made. Portia said, you you were to blame, Graciano, to part with your wife's first gift. So this is what was said by Portia. You were to blame, you can blame Cristiano to part with your wife's first gift, that he has given your marriage first gift to someone. I gave my Lord Bassanio a ring, and she tells that I gave my Lord Bassanio a ring. I have also given a ring to my Lord, my husband, Bassanio, and I am sure he won't part with it for all the world. And I am sure he would never part with the ring if the whole world forces him to give it to somebody. Graciano now an excuse for his fault. For his fault means for the fault of his lord. Who was his lord? Bassanio. So he made an excuse for his fault. Now said, my lord Bassanio gave his ring away to the counselor. He gave his ring to the counselor, and so I gave the ring to the clerk. And then the boy, his clerk, they took some pains in writing. He begged my ring, took pains, did some efforts in what? In carrying out the writing. So Graciano told her clearly that I am not the only one that has given away the ring. My lord has uh, also given that ring to the young counselor. So when Portia heard all this, she seemed very angry, and she reproached Bassanio, and she criticized Bassanio for giving away her ring to someone. And she said Neresa had taught her what to believe, and she said that Neresa had taught me what is to be believed, what is right, what she believes is right. And what does Neresa believe was she believed that the ring has been given by them, by Graciano, to some woman. So that's why Portia said to Bassanio that she said Neresa had taught her what to believe. Neresa has taught me something right to believe, that you have also given that ring to some woman or some lady, and that she knew some woman had the ring, and she said that I knew that you have given that ring to some woman. Bassanio was very unhappy to have so offended means made angry. So he was very unhappy. He was sad to see that he has made angry his dear lady, and he said with great earnestness, with great sincerity. So earnestness means with great sincerity. You can see the meaning over here. And he said, no, by my honor, I take, I swear by my honor, no woman had it. I have not given it to any woman, but a civil doctor, a lawyer, a young counselor who refused 3,000 ducats of me. First, I was giving him 3,000 ducats, but he refused to take, he denied, he rejected to take those 3,000 ducats, and begged the ring, and he asked me for the ring, and he requested me for the ring, which when I denied him, when I refused to give him that ring, he went displeased away. He became unhappy with us. And what could I do? And I had no other option to do anything. So this is what could I do? I had no other way to follow. I had no other option to adopt. Sweet Portia, what could I do? I was so beset with shame. I was taken over by shame. I was so shameful in front of that civil doctor, that young doctor who had saved the life of my dear Antonio, for seeming ingratitude. So he tells her that I was so beset with shame for my seeming ingratitude. Ingratitude means unthankfulness, being not thankful. So I was very shameful for that. That he had saved the life of my dear friend Antonio, and I was so, um, and I had treated her like this, so that I was forced to send the ring after him. So I sent the ring after him. Pardon me, you forgive me, good lady. Had you been there, if you had been there, I think you would. If you had been there, if you had been there at that moment, I think you would have begged me, you would have requested me, you would have asked me to give that ring to that worthy doctor, that respectful doctor. So now Antonio was seeing all this. What he tells them, he says to them. We will see it in the next lecture. So if you feel anything is difficult or you fail to understand, do write it in the comment box. Thank you.